Dungeons and Dragons and hunting goblins.
Goblin Slayer, episode 11, season 2, The Princess's Ordeal.
Bloody goblin.
But you can't do this to me.
Big Daddy!
Goblin! What?
You know how much I sacrifice?
Production.
And we don't want no
Goblins.
what's it going to look.
Goblins.
Don't have to choose. We take.
I ain't tryna bring you down, but for real, you might as well give up now. Think you got a chance, but I don't see how. Got a real tight grip when I hold that crown. My life been good and bad and all around. The more things I lost, the more I found. One thing I taught myself, no matter the problem, you lose. So how you want it, man? You can choose. If you can't take the heat, don't let it fuse. See, I'm always slow and ignite the room like fire. Everything I touch, I consume. I'm getting up while y'all just snooze. While you make breakfast, man, I'm on the move. I'm the first one in and the last one out. Whoever owns the place gotta drag me out. In me I trust, yeah, I smell like success. This E11 Everybody wanna be like us. We don't stop cause the top just ain't enough, I ain't never gay, no fucks. I ain't scared, man. You know black men don't blush, Came here ready to fight on this night. You better just run for your life. Won't you come and see what it's like? Living by the rules that you write. You ain't all those lavish delights. Now you had no back in sight. All the little lies you recite. Makes all the savage you like. Usually I'm very polite, but I'ma get savage tonight. Even when the dog being nice, every single dog gonna bite. You might think I'm wrong, but I'm right. Just let it get a strong appetite. I'ma let it breathe just a little. Keep it too strong, I don't make a sound when I strike. You better just run for your life. Run for your life. Run for your life. Run for your life. Run for your life.
Let's jump into it. Yeah. You know what? Really weird beginning. In the intro, the king was oddly calm. He was very calm considering his sister was kidnapped. I remember in the last episode, he's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Okay. And, you know, I know the Goblin Slayer said, I handle it. And I know that they're all silver ranked except for the white mage lady. But he just, like, they were just talking, like, it was almost like they were carrying on the meeting like nothing had happened. He's like, oh, what about this? Yeah. Like, it's very chalant. Like, just,
Yeah,
he's like,
you realize he did that in front of the girls because he didn't want them to worry and try to say or do anything that's just like, oh,
wow.
they went out for goblins. Because he wasn't trying to show up. He's like, oh, I have this one mission you guys could do, but I don't know. And they're like, oh, why don't you adventure? What's it? Like, they just changed the subject and he just rolled with it. And then you see him like walk away after a bit and he's just like, everything's in your hands. Like speaking to himself, talking to Goblin Slayer. Like, I'm really trusting you on this because he is worried.
He's putting on that brave front.
He's being a king. He's being a king.
Think that. What a regal figure, man. That's way better than the spoiled brat elf princess. You know, we don't need to talk about her anymore. But I'm her lack of decorum or her fakeness in front of some people, but then her realness, like her two-sidedness compared to this guy. This is what I expect out of a leader. Like this is the capital city. This is the king. This is our king. Like this guy, he's the man. He's
You
just
voted
seems
for
like
him, didn't you?
I vote for yeah. This guy again, like, oh, he's a king. You don't vote. I don't care. I vote for him anyway. Here are my taxes.
Wow,
I
a
got I
supporter.
got cool. I did like the white mage's honesty too. I mean, just a little note, like I forgot how the conversation went there. Like, oh, are you sure you're okay with this? And she's like, oh, like she doesn't deserve this, or I feel some kind of way
Yeah,
because
in the
she stole
last
my stuff.
episode, yeah. Like really
Yeah,
getting
she was
into
just
like I don't like this idea, but I'm not gonna shut her away because no one deserves
right.
that.
Right, which is funny because that's exactly what we were talking about last episode. Like, yeah, well, she get if she does. Okay, not that far. But then the white mage's like, no, honestly, I feel this way, but this bad stuff doesn't deserve to happen to her because I know how bad it could get. So I'm gonna go save her. So I feel some kind of way about it, but I'm gonna still help her out. I thought that was
Hmm.
a very honest, like
Like a real
this is
moment,
what
like even though you're doing
yeah,
this, like you need out, yeah.
this is what I expect out of a Earth Mother disciple. By the way, we were talking about the wisdom God, the knowledge God, the ancient, the wisdom, the Earth Mother. That's a deity right there.
Oh yeah. I
That's
mean,
some.
you've seen those soft hands. You know she could purify a lot.
Huh.
Speaking
So
of white mage, Rob, were you surprised? I was surprised. A goblin priest?
oh, that's what we're talking about. I thought we were talking about her fondling herself in front of everybody.
No. I'm talking about this goblin priest. I was like, can that
Yeah,
happen?
that's interesting. I never thought about that. I mean,
Like
it
I
makes
thought it was gonna be a
sense.
shaman. It
It
was gonna
makes
be
sense.
like
You,
a wizardry type of goblin,
yeah,
but a priest goblin who's doing
yeah.
a sacrifice. That was different. I'm like, oh,
That was I like that element. It makes sense. You have goblin archers, goblin, the wolf riders. You got all the spearmen. You had shot the hobgoblins. You got
I have a
you have all
question.
these other goblins, but
the
the
Littlefoot
priests.
goblin.
Do they have goblin females?
Probably. That's how they, mate.
So there's no
Yeah.
goblin.
No, there is. They also do things that you don't want to see.
No, that's a
So
good
they're
question.
raping men?
No, they murder men and like tear them up. Have you not watched episode one?
No,
I've
but
seen the
I don't know.
goblin
That we've seen
guys.
goblin guys, we've seen goblin
Yeah.
children. I haven't seen goblin brides.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I
they
don't
have
think you
goblin
want
brides.
to. I think they
I
keep
don't.
them in the back.
They might gobble them up.
Goblin Slayer's going out there for that goblin.
You know what? He might
I
change
don't.
his ways once he comes across some goblin pussy. Like they all deserved it.
You think he'll change his mind
You're one
that
of the good ones, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. You know what? You know what you do to my people? I'm gonna do it back to you.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys
That's
are
what
watching the
I'm
wrong
thinking. That
series.
revenge.
That's Rimmeru's series.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah, the
time I
goblin
was
fever when
incarnate
they
as a
when they
full
upgraded, I was
blind.
like,
Yeah. That's
oh
that
wow.
series. You guys are watching the wrong series. This is Goblin Slayer.
I
Those
do
things are
enjoy.
not to be played with.
A goblin priest. I guess it'll be like more. I guess that's why the whole sacrifice thing, as opposed to like an Earth Mother, probably serving some other kind of deity that worships
Moon Mother,
murder and death. Like yeah, the cult type of.
Moon Mother, Moon deities. Are they coming
Ooh,
from the moon?
yeah, that makes sense. The Earth Mother and the Moon Mother. Yeah, wow, and that's why they come from the moon. That's a hell of a connection. Wow, damn, that's
Yeah,
deep.
yeah. Senku's not the only one trying to travel to the moon.
Yeah. But speaking about mooning people or just fondling yourself in public, the priest say, "Oh, Senku, I mean Senku." Shit. The goblins, "Oh, hold up, guys." And she just starts the blindfolded white mage lady, she's just over here fondling her breasts.
Yeah, that paper was bigger than I expected.
Here's here's this ribbon. And then Goblin Slayer was like, "What is this?" I was like,
Smells holy.
like man. He's like, man, this milk Dudley girl might have some competition. I see what's going on here.
Do you think
Um,
she gave him the teleporter thing? That was cool.
oh, that was cool, but
Odd, right? How did you put it up there?
okay, the only time he used the scroll was when they were facing an ogre. This guy was healing himself. They were getting manhandled, and then he used the joint, right? And it's like, oh, this was an epic moment. I even put it in the first AMV about season one. Like, that was an epic moment. This one was like, hold up, guys. Like, they were surrounded by goblins, and like they were making their escape, and then he like sucks up 4 of them
Yeah,
with the
but
scroll.
I think he
Like,
did that multiple times because the hero team, slaying up that, I guess, goblin mush monster,
yeah.
um, was like, why are there raining goblins?
Yeah, or where did they come from? It's like, oh, well, this thing was consuming stupid things. It must have maybe it consumed way more goblins than we thought. It just didn't look like a lot on screen. Even so, I don't know, but I wish they did that one a little bit better because it just didn't seem like a dire moment to use that scroll. It just seemed like he was just showing off, like,
That's
I
what
got
I
it.
thought too. Like, I guess it was cool that he has that, but at the same time, I felt like he didn't need it for those 4.
Yeah.
But who am I to distinguish how many goblins he kills which way? Yeah, he's like on number 11 out of 30.
Yeah, that's
And
true. Yeah.
this is what happened in the last episode. All this.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot that happened, man.
it's intense.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Goblin mush.
does anybody else think it's kind of funny that the lady, the blindfolded, is that mage? Is she blinded? It's like the one who's wearing
No,
the
no, no.
silk.
That's the thing of the acolytes or the priestess. Like
Okay.
you cover your eyes to um be like
Blind faith.
away from
Oh.
the evil, so you can see
Oh,
things
oh.
without being
Oh, the Matrix.
no, no, no. You see things without judging. So when you speak to someone, you speak to this voice. You're not speaking to this
Okay.
face, this figure thing. It's like you understand more on their spiritual voice, their inner
So it
person versus
hides
like
in
That's kind of cool.
your inner racism with your eyes, right?
yeah, your speculations on a person, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just
Okay.
talking to
You know,
personalities.
that makes a lot of sense because she's walking around. I don't know if it's like a staff or a giant sword, but it kind of looks like a scale. And with the blind, she kind of reminds me of Lady Liberty, like the whole justice thing, like the scales. I was like, oh,
True.
so that fits. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because I just thought it was silly. Or if she is blind, I just thought it was silly that she's the one that was like out of everybody in the. We saw the flashback, like a lot of other people could had sight. And she's like, "Oh, well, I used to I used to draw maps. I was a cartographer." I was like,
So she's a maid.
Yeah, she's a priestess.
Does
yeah,
she kill anything?
She used to be
not
part of the. She used to be part
yeah,
of like the heroes group, and she
yeah.
stopped
We
being an
don't,
adventurer.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So she's not an adventurer. Okay, I thought she was along the team and healing people and stuff. I was like,
Well, yeah. There's two
how?
different
No,
You
characters.
know?
There's the one. There's the little girl that you saw in episode 1, and she's journeying. But the one that we're talking about is this archmage, someone who's just like more of a figurehead, and she's not journeying anymore. We see a
Okay.
flashback a couple episodes back with her and her old crew. It was kind of like,
Mhm.
oh wow, this is super interesting. They were really strong, but we don't really know anything beyond that. We haven't really seen her in action or
she's been.
know
I
anything
think
of her
she's
backstory.
been scarred by goblins, and
Mm,
she even says it like in the last episode, like she feels like she's weak because of it, but she continues on knowing that it needs to be stopped.
yeah.
Or she's the Goblin Queen.
No, she's not.
Nah.
She literally despises goblins. She tells everybody they all have to die.
That's how you
She,
get a inside, twist. She
you know
lied.
what? Damn.
I
I
mean,
see. We could spin this conspiracy
Yeah, there
because
we
she
go.
knows a whole lot about them tablets.
Yeah.
Very strange. Very
Uh-huh.
strange. No, who knows? I don't know.
Damn it.
Well, hey, if she worships the moon queen, the moon god, the goblin moon god, and that's why she's sending the goblin slayer to kill all these goblins,
Or
because then
or
all this big sacrifice to
if
resurrect
you guys
King
really want to stretch it,
Goblinoid guy.
I think she worships the sun god,
Okay.
Nika. I think she worships the stretchiness or the
It's a stretch,
expansion
man.
of
I
a
don't know. That's a
certain
stretch.
hang on. She worships a certain someone who's a protag in the series. And what she's worshiping, she can't have because she's a priestess. So
Hmm.
our Goblin Slayer has the devil fruit in him.
That's what
Okay.
That's
All right.
all I'll say without
Enough
spoiling.
enough of conspiracy theories. In this episode, the lizard guy was having an alarmingly good amount of fun.
You right? Like he's just like,
Like,
the goblins, those arrows are like needles. Like
he's like,
I'm having so much fun here.
like Mario walk each other, like, oh shit. And he's wagging his tail a lot.
So I think that's probably why a lot of I want to say olden time medieval lizards used to live with among men like different creatures. Seeing that, they probably started seeing like, oh, this guy's really in like egotistic when it comes to killing. We need to get rid of his people. That's probably what happens when it comes to like the separation why humans became like the only beings in a lot of series. So they're showing
Hmm.
like a lot of root of what this lizard man is about. Like, he's smart, he's this, he's that, but he could be seen as like a crazy, egotistical murderer.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
It was fun. I enjoyed it. I mean, but and I guess it does. It was the good part about it. But he did piss me off again. I mean, not like oh super angry, but like in the last episode, like sometimes he speaks and like he's supposed to be this priest shaman kind of guy, but it's like your words are useless. You're not saying anything of worth. You're not saying anything that I'm going to learn some from or reflect on or reveal something that I didn't know before. You just, oh yeah, they're going into held down in the castle town. You only go up to a castle when you either are expecting reinforcement or when you're not expecting reinforcements. It's like, thanks for your words of wisdom, fortune cookie guy.
No, he
Like
said
it's
he
just
said he said something along the lines why the king would be there in that castle at the top if he's expecting reinforcements to see them come in, or if he's not expecting something crazy to happen. And
no. When you have no other choice, either you're expecting
yeah,
reinforcements or you have no other choice. It's like,
yeah.
oh well, then this
So
doesn't.
most likely he's not going to be there. No,
You're not
no,
offering any wisdom. You're just talking
he
shit. He's just
no,
the guy
Rob.
who
You
like
gotta
says things that are
decipher into
super
his
deep.
words. You gotta read between his lines. He was
Oh my
speaking
God. No,
deliberately
this guy,
about this.
yo, no, he's the guy who says super deep things. Like it's
Mhm.
things that sound super deep, but they really don't mean anything. So
Real.
he's like,
I
yeah,
feel like he
man,
had some good meaning in his scaly talks.
nah, bro. Like the same thing with like the dwarf spitting the wisdom about the blacksmith thing, and then he's like, yeah, and it's just like I don't shut up. And then this one the same thing. It's like he's like because he goes with this whole monologue about like, oh yeah, well maybe it's reinforcements or maybe it's because you have no other choice. Either way, goblins don't think that way. It's like, well then why bring it up? We're hunting goblins. Why are we? What's
Well,
with the things that we
I
mentioned?
agree with you on that, Rob. That was strange that he says goblins aren't that smart when all we've dealt with was goblins being a little bit smarter than they needed to be
Yeah,
throughout
these
this whole
clever
series.
traps. Yeah, yeah. Especially when they got caught in that dungeon, they got locked in that
And
room.
it's
I was
been
I
impressed.
thought
every
this
time
series
you
was about underestimating goblins and they fuck you up.
exactly.
Right, but
Yeah,
these
that's
guys
what I'm
are
saying. Like
experts
it's
at hunting
strange.
goblins. So he's over here talking shit while they're in this like evil, this crypt, this tomb
Their
of the dead or
empire.
whatever. Like
Oh,
I
maybe
thought,
he
like
says goblins are smarter than they think they are, and he can outthink what they think. Like he's like thinking one
Yeah.
tier above them or ahead of them.
maybe, yeah, maybe. I just don't. It's again
I don't
like
know who this guy
I
is,
like
but I'm just guessing.
I like that he was having fun in this episode, this little sociopath moment. But I just there's a lot of just some useless words here. That's all I'm saying. But I I I as much as I enjoyed this episode, it was underwhelming for me because this when the white mage was talking, oh, the tomb of the whatever, the dead, and everyone's freaking out. I'm expect, oh, here's a map, here's this my boob ribbon. Like I'm like, oh, this big setup. And I was like, nah, it wasn't that crucial. Like
Rob,
it's
that boob ribbon was pretty crucial.
yeah. I also like how the white mage in the party, she was just talking about oh, this is my first time in a dungeon. Yeah. My first why are my first times always like this?
Yeah.
It's like, you sound like a little slut,
Yeah,
man.
no, she's right though. All her first times have been like very tragic. First time visiting the elves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She has some trauma everywhere she goes.
I was just trying to make it
Maybe
sound
because
sexual. She was
she's
like,
with the
"Oh, my
main
first times are
character.
always like this." Say again?
I said maybe because she's with the main character.
Yeah,
No, it's because of
perhaps.
the what they're doing. You know, she'd rather be there than not be there because a lot of bad stuff happens, and it's a lot of the time she's the one who purifies and puts rest to a lot of the souls that are there, and really helps the crew like get
Yeah.
past a lot of things. So she's a very key figure.
I mean, if it wasn't for her,
Technically,
they
actually,
might not have been able to stop them because she's the one that recognized, yo, hold up, they're trying to
technically, she's the main
sacrifice.
character. She's the first
Yeah.
character you see.
That's true. But also, I I don't she really shined in this episode because she noticed something that nobody else did. Lizard Man was too
Yeah,
busy having fun and spewing out useless information. Goblin Slayer was killing the goblins. The arrow lady was like shooting the arrows. Dwarf guy was doing this thing. And she was just like, wait a minute. She's looking around and she's like, they're sacrificing people.
something's off. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, yo, props to her. Yeah, go ahead,
She's the
Ming.
one who figured out that it was a goblin priest. She was figuring out like this bubble's not just a normal bubble. Like this is a sacrifice, and this is like one of
Yeah.
those like magic circles full of blood.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was dope.
So
It was
if it
dope.
wasn't for her, like a lot of that princess would be gone.
Yeah.
Philosopher's Stone.
Hmm? No,
Philosopher's Stone.
a goblin stone. Okay.
Ah,
What if that's what they're going for?
That, maybe, I don't know.
Sacrifice
Maybe
a
some kind of
pure
way to
royalty,
teleport. Yeah,
or sacrifice a pure royalty for power.
yeah.
It's not far fetched.
But I also didn't like speaking about useless words when they're in the elevator. They're like, "Hey, arrow person, you do that arrow thing. Hey, yeah, dwarf, you do that axe thing. Hey, lizard man, you do that." Like their plan, I'm just like, you didn't have to roll the tape here. Like they're
it
just
was
going over the
obvious
plan. It's
what
like,
they had to
yeah,
do,
they're just
right?
like talking about what they always do. It's like, am I
Yep.
am I at work? Are we
Yeah.
just get in here and we're
All
gonna kick
right,
some ass?
we can't beat the
Ah!
king, Rob. There's no way we can beat the king. He's got a big army.
Oh, never mind. I lied. Okay, I'm good at it.
Oh, come on. You don't
Yeah,
have
never
a
mind.
pep talk for that either?
No,
Oh
I
my God.
do. No, I said I lied. I am good at it because they're like, oh,
Oh,
we
you are
can't do
good
this.
at it. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm like, what are you talking about? We can't do it. Hey, you shoot some arrows? Yeah, I see you shoot arrows
Coach
5
Carter
miles
over
away.
here.
You do this? Yeah, you can do it. I've seen you do this before. I've seen you do something 10 times harder than this. Just because there's 5 times more, that just means you have to do it 5 times more. Can you do it 5 times more? I think you can. Look at your little trigger finger. Yeah, look at you. You excited. I see you hyped up. Let's get it. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
I guess I could do it. It just didn't seem like a pep talk. It seemed like a strategy meeting.
Yeah.
But I could see it as a pep talk. But I think it was a
It
lame
was a
pep talk.
half-ass pep talk.
Yeah. Hey guys, you just do the thing. It's like again, football huddle. Like, all right, guys. Hey, the tackle.
Well, you also
Defense,
have to
you do
remember
the defending.
who's the one doing
Hey.
the pep talk? The NPC.
Oh, you're right. You know what? You're right. I need a judge on the curve because usually he doesn't talk. So this is his attempt at pep talking. Damn.
Oh.
I'm going too harsh then. I'm going too
Yeah,
harsh.
dude.
So he has a trend of just being silent.
Yeah, he's just
all
like,
he
I
says
say
is usually like,
goblins.
yeah,
Yes.
that's it. He's just
Well, yeah.
monologue.
Lately, we've seen him open
Wait,
up a
are we
little
talking
bit
about
more.
the Goblin Slayer was giving the pep talk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just like,
Oh wow, Rob, calm down.
yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. My bad.
He's judging him as if he's Senku. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
my
guy
bad,
never
guys.
talks. I think.
Fair enough. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's been saying a
He's
lot.
slowly
These
getting it.
last
He's
couple
slowing a lot.
episodes, he's
He's
been
been
saying a
unveiling
lot.
himself, taking out those layers of onions.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah,
Didn't he
yeah.
unmask himself a few times?
Yeah,
Yeah,
at the end of season
he
one, he
has
did.
white hair
I
Oh.
think,
and
and
a
I think he has a little
scar.
scar. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Oh, what if he's like an older version of the How to Pick Up Girls in the dungeon?
Ah, that'd be cool if he looks exact. Oh,
I
I
haven't
would be
seen
so stoked if it
Connection?
was. Yeah.
out of principle. I didn't watch that show because I'm just like, well, this
No, it's
title
a pretty
sucks.
cool series. It's just a funny title. That's all.
Let me ask you this: is it better than Slime or no?
What
Um,
is?
he's not overpowering. He's real.
Okay, sounds good.
So in that sense, I would say he's better than Slime because Slime gets to the point where he's just like
I
omni-powered and
mean,
da da
the
da.
slime, the slime anime. Do you enjoy it more than the slime anime? Because I didn't like the
I
slime anime,
did,
but I've
I
watched
did.
most.
I stopped watching it because it was on a break and then a hiatus, and then I was just like,
This
yeah.
was me and Johan's anime.
Okay,
I
fair
really
enough.
liked it.
I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a chance. But I didn't like the hero flex in this one, where the three heroes are fighting that monster. They're like, oh yeah, well it's probably just stupid because of this and the goblins. Like that assessment was cool and interesting, but they're like, huh, not like we have problems with anything anyway. And Slice through it's like, oh well, then why the assessment? If you don't have problems with any
He's
challenge, then
probably the
why?
first to die in the next
I don't
episode.
know. Or either that or they setting up like, oh no, now we actually have a challenge. But it's just a silly thing to go on an adventure or go on a quest and be like, well, we never faced any kind of challenge anyway. So haha, we're invincible. We'll win. It's like,
Well,
damn,
that's
you're
the whole thing with the
Boo.
hero team. They're the top team, so that's why they're so
oh
like confident.
wow. Maybe they'll be taken out by some goblins. Yeah, you know
I
what?
hope
This might be
so. This
setting up
show's
some
about
high
like
level
blood.
things. You're right. I need to
Because
chill out.
then, actually, wow, Rob, you might have spoiled the whole story. Because if that happens, it'll be pandemonium amongst the entire Shibuya arc.
Yo, stop it. Stop it. You know what? I don't think they're that special.
Let's see season three Goblin Slayer, and they're gonna do that walk.
Yo, what if the intro for Goblin Slayer season 3? You are my special. See the
Oh
redhead
man.
mage again.
That
But
would
Oh yeah,
be
yeah.
yeah, I just thought it was funny that they incorporated the Nutcracker in Goblin Slayer the week before Christmas.
really.
Yeah.
At
Oh yeah.
at the
Okay.
at
Nice
the end
little
of it,
Christmas cameo.
yeah, at the end of it, he's like they're killing all the goblins. There's one left, and he's like, and he can't do anything. And the Goblin Slayer just moves the little the bat out of the way that he tried to attack him with, and then he could have killed him, but he didn't. He kicks him in the nuts, and then
Oh, that's
first,
the
and then he kills him. So like, yeah, they're just like, oh, Nutcracker before Christmas. Thank you, Goblin Slayer. Yo, this is a high level anime right here. This is
I
underrated.
don't know about that. I don't
They
know.
are no. This has some high quality beats. I'll say that for sure.
Oh man,
Sure.
yeah.
But if you
But
guys like this channel, if you guys like what we're doing here, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, ring the bell, and come see us again next week because we're
Yeah,
doing
and
this
stop
every
giving us
week.
money. We don't need it.
We need to pay for the bar, Reggie. This bar's not cheap.